So what you're looking at is the Arcade County Builder for Windows, and what I want to show in this video is the sandbox editing nature of building games. And we've got a level that we're going to do right here. If you recognize these few tiles that I put down right now, you're very old school. This is Castle of Illusion, so I'm just going to fool around with that a little bit. So let's first of all go ahead and hit the play button. And now our level is playing, but while it's playing, we can edit it. We don't have to compile it. So I'm going to grab my Mickey Mouse sprite and drop him right into the game. So there's my Mickey Mouse. If I want to control him, hit the little controller icon so now I can move him around. He can throw apples, do all sorts of stuff. If I want the camera to follow him, I can set that. And it's got a very narrow walkway right here, so we're going to add some tiles. Go to our Mickey set. Got some Super Mario Brothers tiles down here, but I probably won't be using those. If I try to pull the camera over, you see the camera is going to always pull back to him. Using the right mouse button to drag the screen around. Move over here, so now we've got these, and like I said, this is real-time editing. You can test out your level, test out your jumps in real time. So if I want to pull the rug out from underneath him, I can do that as well. Let's fix that. Let's give him his platform back. So this level is pretty boring looking, so let's dress it up with some parallax scrolling. So let's start off by dragging this forest in, and once again, real-time editing, we can line this up, but I don't want it to tile vertically, so I'm going to turn that off. Get it up here towards the top, and slow it down a little bit. So now you see we've got the parallax scrolling working. So now I'm going to do this little tree, these tree tops up here. Once again, I want to turn off the looping. And what I want to do with this is I'm going to create a pretty cool effect, or at least what I hope is a pretty cool effect. See how this looks. We're going to do a bunch of these. Whoops, grabbed the wrong one. Let's do one more. Take a bunch of these, and now what we want to do is we want to have them, the farther back they are, the slower they scroll. So it'll be a sort of a cascading effect, so you can see. It looks pretty decent. A pretty good little effect. That's actually not how they did it in the original Castle of Illusion. Those treetops were part of the foreground, or the foreground tiles. I also want them to be on top of Mickey, so I'm going to realign these. I'm going to set. We've got 13 layers that we can set them up to. I'm going to reset these, and now when I jump, I should go behind them, which I did. So that looks pretty decent. Now let's drop in some monsters. Take this little mushroom dude and drop him in. You see we've got this, it says tree BH, that's his behavior. If I want to have the camera follow him, let's see if I can grab it. Oh, whoops, now I'm controlling him. I don't want to control him, so we got the camera following now. Let's give the control back to Mickey. Whoops. But the camera's now following this guy. Let's give the camera back to Mickey. And if I want to drop in more of these guys, I can. So let's drop in another one, bang off of each other. And I don't have these guys set to kill Mickey yet. So they're just carrying him around, and that's something I can turn on or off. Every type of sprite is either good, evil, or neutral. They're good, but they're not going to hurt Mickey yet. Now I'm going to have them kill Mickey, but first, let's give Mickey a health bar. So let's draw health to screen. We've got a default health bar. That's not very exciting, so let's put it as hearts. And let's give him maximum health. I don't want him to start off 7 of 10, so actually, you know what? Let's give him even less health. Screw you, Mickey. Let's double size it. And we can drag this around and move it anywhere we want. We can change the colors of the hearts. Let's give them, that should be backwards. So there we have the filled hearts and the empty hearts. We can do dots as well, or sections. So we'll just leave it as hearts. And now we're going to kill Mickey. Show you how that works. Show you how quickly we can create an enemy. These are just sort of, right now they're just sort of NPCs walking around. So what we're going to do is, they're already set to evil. So what we want to do is we want to go into the collisions, and we want to set how they react to hitting a good sprite. And we want to have them damage the target for 1 health. So Mickey's health will go down. He'll get hit 3 times, and then he will die. But now we need to set up what happens when Mickey dies. So let's go to injury and death. After he dies, we want him to restart the level, and let's delay, let's say 80 frames. So he'll die, and then it'll wait 80 frames, and then it'll restart the level. So I'm just going to jump down here into this little hornet's nest, and you can see I'm already taking damage, but I want to blink. let's say every 2 frames. That'll be a quick blink. We have invincibility. We have 30 frames of invincibility, so let's go back to health, and let's give him a little bit more health so you can see this a little bit better. We'll give him 5 bars of health. I'm going to get rid of one of these guys. Let's just get rid of him real quick, so we'll just deal with this guy. So now every time he bumps me, you can see that I'm taking damage, losing my hearts, and now once I die, after the next hit, it's going to wait a moment, and then restart the level. I can hit play and I can start over again. One last little tidbit is, you notice I dragged these guys to the screen and they're floating. If you want to start them off on the ground, just click on them and hit the anchor icon, and it'll drop them to the ground and save that position. So now when I refresh the level, they start on the ground.